The Violent Femmes, they bring all their equipment on the bus. And you can't fuck with the Violent Femmes. You cannot fuck with this band.
So he sees us like coming into for the show, loading in, coming off the city bus.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's like, you can't fuck with these guys.
Why is it still relevant? Because the music was really ahead of its time. That's a proven fact.
First thing I think of is songs. There are songs that people like, and it's not just one generation that has liked the songs.
Be nothing when this nothing world has its nothing end.
I think by virtue of never having been part of any kind of particular scene, we're able to kind of fit in with anything, even though we're not really fitting in with anything.
When I say dance, you best dance, motherfucker!
We just got together to kind of do this as something to do for the summer. And I was going to go up and form a band with Brian and a friend of mine, Jay McHale, who was living up in Minneapolis. So that was the plan, but then things started to go so well for the Femmes that we decided to take a little bit longer, and here we are, over 20 years later, and it's still going.
We don't ever have a plan, we never had, and the only specific plan we had, the most definite plan we had, was that summer of 1981, Brian and Victor in the band said to me, this is only going to be for this summer.
But we knew better. We knew that that was an unusual situation, so we told Gordon, okay, now we've hit on a good formula here, we've got a good band going, let's do it. And he was like, no, I think I want to go to college instead. We said, dude, just try it for a few years, go to college later. Well, needless to say, he hasn't been going to college. I'm Milwaukee. The other guys are suburbanites as far as I'm concerned.
And the last 2 years, I went first 2 years to Oak Creek High School, and then the junior and senior year at Rufus King. My relationship with Wisconsin and the band is different than the other guys.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't born here like they were, and I didn't live. The longer I live, the smaller the portion of my life that I lived here is.
I went to see this band, the Oil Tasters, who were a really popular band in the early 80s, and bumped into Gordon there. And he invited me to come to his school with him, and back him up on a song because he was being inducted into the National Honor Society. So it was really funny because he was dressed up in a suit and tie, and I was dressed up like in torn blue jeans and a paisley smoking jacket, and of course tall and short. So there's a lot of contrast there. We got up on stage and played "Give Me the Car." At that time, you know, in the pre-rap era, "Give Me the Car" was considered to be a pretty risque song. So the place exploded, and it was like a riot. So that was our first taste of success, I guess you could call it.
The serious step was when we decided that we really were committed and passionate about this music that we were making, and we were going to make a record.
When we were playing quite a bit here in Milwaukee, early part of our career, we played not only on the street, of course, as everybody knows, but we also did a residency at a jazz club in town called the Jazz Gallery. It was a good partnership. We not only brought a lot of people into his club that would come to see some of the jazz acts then, but also we had a real nice place to work on our early material and our showmanship skills in front of a great hometown audience that was really behind us at that time.
Are you familiar with Slam Dance at all?
No.
It's the independent alternative to Sundance, going into year number 11. So,
Okay,
you know,
well then I have heard of it.
yeah, it's the one that's across the street and
Right,
shouts louder and drinks longer, you know, all
Yeah,
that fun, silly
I've
stuff.
definitely heard of it.